start it. And then I can see the time. 5 whole seconds. Wow.
So what's your guys' opinion on scratching your butt in public?
You know, I used to not want to. Just because like I was always nervous about how people would see me doing it. Now I just don't care. I'll just go for it. I'm like, hey man, I got an itch.
Yeah.
At least I'm not one of those guys who's like scratch up to here.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, those are few occasions. You don't do that in public, but you know, you can go find a corner in the store and just go digging for gold. You know what I mean? But yeah, when you're, I don't know, dude. Like everybody says their asshole's so hairy, but like mine isn't that hairy. You know what I mean?
Mine's kind of hairy.
Yeah.
I think it's because I shave it.
You shave your butthole?
I shave it on the off account that I get into a position with a girl and they see my butthole.
Okay.
And then it's like, I'd rather look nice.
Yeah.
Than like a hairy fucking beast with one mouth just like staring at you. It's one eyeball.
I don't know. Every time I go close to mine with a razor, I could just hear the fucking Sauron theme from Lord of the Rings. And I just picture my asshole as Sauron, just like, I will not be tamed. I'm like, okay, I won't do that. It's a little scary down there.
Wait, what song are you thinking of? This guy's the Lord of the Rings buff over here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the main theme of the Mordor one.
Yeah.
So you're thinking of it like the eyeball?
Yep.
Like just looking from the razors coming towards it. It's like, no.
And then it would like possess the razor like a ring wraith.
The razor pulls out a sword.
and then Gandalf comes out of the corner and is like, "Oh, Baggins, do not do that. Frodo, Baggins, get out of that man's asshole."
Think of your butthole would be like where Gandalf has his last fight with the Balrog.
Balrog.
Yeah. So your butthole's right there, and then they fall into the butthole.
And he's just like, fly.
But they're actually crabs.
Oh,
the demons are crabs in your butt crack hair. Yeah. Balrog could be like a little piece of poop coming out.
Oh, Jesus. So it comes out to bring Gandalf back in.
I know, because like, what if you fart when you're shaving, dude? You know?
I mean...
causing that kind of tremor, dude, you're gonna cut something.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Think about like the way it ripples. Like slow motion, I don't know, I've never seen a... Actually, I have. The floodgates.
Oh,
it's not exactly the same, but you can see like any kind of movement, you know. Inside joke, the floodgates is a porn video I used to watch where a girl was doing this and it's slow motion squirting out into the heavens.
Like a geyser?
Pretty much.
Nice.
And then it was on my old PSP and I was recording it and I was like, oh, here comes the best part, and I sent it to him. I'm like, here's the floodgates opening. And then it was exploding. I just
Doors of Mordor. These guys, what do you think about those?
Well,
it's natural.
Well, yeah.
Unless they're going.
Yeah, well, if you're getting a legitimate,
Yeah.
not an air pocket, but like an air canal.
I remember one time I looked it up when I was a kid, like what a queef was, because I was interested, and the definition was vaginal air biscuit. And I was like, wait a minute, girls be freaking baking biscuits up in their hoo-ha?
Well, I mean, if it's like yeasty.
And how do you make
the
an
right
air
temperature.
biscuit? You know what I mean?
Like bread.
You can make bread. Yeah.
You can
make
get
some
enough
bread.
yeast in there.
That is fucking
I
disgusting.
know, I'm going to have to put not for kids on this one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's
I should be
fucking
doing that for
disgusting.
all of them, actually. That's like a setting when you upload.
I mean,
Adult
shit, dude.
content
It's hot enough. It's hot enough. Girls box, girls oven. Probably bake some bread in there. You know what I mean? 100 degrees. Get a little yeast in there.
I do remember
Maybe some cream.
my professor.
Banned for this.
I took a human sexuality class at Chafee. My professor, she actually said herself that the vagina is like a self-cleaning oven. That's all it does. It just cleans itself. That's why she always said, if you're a girl or a woman, recommend never to wear underwear when you're sleeping. Because of the cotton and the lint, it can ball up in there and it can cause problems. It can cause like yeast infection. It's just there's so many things women can get, and men it's very very little.
Oh yeah, because I mean even
unless it's sexually transmitted, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But I'm saying just on their own,
Right.
Women can get those kind of problems, which is so odd.
Well, I mean, you think about it, it's like this is the distance between the urethra and the bladder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like for men, even when it's soft, it's like 20 centimeters. If you really think about it, so the bacteria has to travel so much farther than it does for a female.
That is true.
It's very true. Yeah, and I mean, it just goes to show you how different the male and the female body is. And I mean, really, I mean, it's disgusting, but it's really just a part of life, dude.
What part's disgusting?
Everything we just said. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, man.
Everything.
I don't know. I think vagina is the life bringer.
We'll figure out how to start a podcast. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the light bringer.
Light bringer?
Barrier. I don't know, man.
Light
bringer.
Life.
Light bringer.
Dude.
That's a sword. Wait a minute. Light bringer band name?
Oh,
What?
Light bringer. Okay, all right.
Bringer.
Fighting the darkness.
Inside our own minds, we don't kill ourselves in the end either.
I thought you were talking about vagina being the light bringer.
I mean, it brings light into my life.
That's very true.
Unless
Not a physical, but especially an emotional one.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're really high and you're looking at it, it could be like a flower opening up in front of you, and then you're like mesmerized. Whoa.
No, dude. There are some paintings, when you go around in people's houses and you're like, that flower looks like a vagina. That artist knew what he was doing.
If I knew the name of the artist who did those flowers purposely to look like vaginas, I would mention his name.
Yeah. His name is Richard S.
Billingsworth.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Let's make him a gentleman. Let's make him a sir.
I was going to say.
Contilingus. See, my dad was walking around in here. He pointed at every painting and tell you who made it and where it came from.
Yeah.
The only one I know is this out of shot one is Lynn Fowkes. The two mountains right here.
Mm-hmm.
That it's over there, you guys just can't see it from here.
Yeah, trust us.
Trust me.
Yeah. But, yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't think I'll ever figure out women, and I don't think women will, well, maybe they've already figured out men. You know what I mean?
I think there's a percentage of women who know a percentage of men better than, a lot of women, and there's men who know women better than a lot of other men, but it's like a spectrum. Nobody's 100% on either side. Everybody's just, they have certain knowledges, but every knowledge doesn't apply to every person because everybody's different.
And how do you gain that kind of knowledge?
Experience.
Yeah, I would say experience and just being open, man. It's, literally, like you said, everybody's different, but everybody's the same at the same time. And I don't know, we're all just big bags of chemicals hidden inside meat bags, floating around in the universe. You know what I mean?
On a rock.
On a rock in space. And then there's some fucking, I don't know. How should I describe this guy? He is tall.
Bearded?
He has a beard.
Of course, he's got a beard.
Does he have hair or is he balding? Because I want him to be distinguished in this fantasy. You know what I mean? Like the Larry David, maybe, or shaved head, buzzed head.
I think shaved head.
Shaved head.
But it's there's not even stubble.
Yeah.
You can't. If you had a widow's peak, you wouldn't see it because it's just bald.
Right.
There's
Exactly.
nothing.
And he's
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean. Exactly.
With the beard.
With the beard, and he's got a big old wart on his nose.
Big old tiny wart
on his nose, because he's imperfect. Because everybody's imperfect.
Yes.
And but he's got a huge wang, gigantic. When you hear an earthquake, it's just him just sliding his
Letting it go.
freaking snake out of his trousers. And then Adam and Eve were like, "Oh my God, there's a snake."
That's the snake.
That's
oh
the
my
snake.
God.
He came out of God's pants. and
Who would've
slithered
guessed?
into the forest. Was it a forest?
I thought it was,
Garden.
it was a garden. It's a
Okay.
little walled off garden. There's just desert all behind it.
It was a garden. How come there weren't no tomatoes? Why couldn't they
Well,
eat anything?
it depends on whose
Lettuce.
perspective it is. There might have been a tomato.
There could have been. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't see a lot of apples anymore.
Mm-mm. Me either. Yeah.
Oh. Did you know that the seeds from apples is what you use to make mustard gas?
I didn't
No.
know that.
I didn't know that.
No.
We'll look it up actually, just in case I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm almost No, wait, not mustard gas. Anthrax.
Okay.
Anthrax.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That, and I know that plum seeds or plum pits have cyanide in them.
Really?
Yeah. So if you eat a plum pit, you're fucking dead.
Well, I think it's like the way like they produce it.
Yeah.
Like it might not kill you, but it's not necessarily healthy for you. You could die from it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying eat one.
Yeah.
Don't be a ding dong.
Right. Don't listen to us, please. Thank you.
Well, you mean, well, I just said don't eat one. So is this reverse
I mean,
psychology?
listen to us.
Just make your own educated opinions.
Exactly. Because you've entered the vicinity of media idiocy. and I'm Alex, and this is Sonder, and this is Duncan.
Do you want to go by Duncan?
Yeah.
Okay, Duncan it is.
Duncan it is.
Duncan.
Yeah.
Duncan in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what time we're at here. Don't have my glasses.
It's like 11, 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Which is surprising because it felt that did not feel like 12 minutes. It felt like 5.
That's what I was thinking too. 5 minutes. All right. Can't slow down. More ideas.
What were you saying about
Oh, I don't even know if we have enough time for that.
That's true. That's a big topic.
That's a big one.
What?
About ever since I donated blood this one time and I passed out, and that's like the best way I can describe what death feels like. And so I'm gonna bring that one up instead of the other one.
Okay.
Because like you have no control, and it's just like and you don't even feel bad about it. You're just like, oh, here I go, and then you're just knocked out. You're just knocked out. And it happened when I was donating plasma. I passed out 3 times. I passed out 1 time because I wasn't eating food before I went there, and then the second time I passed out 2 times in a row, and they just told me, oh, you can't donate plasma anymore. So I'm like, okay, but I was making some money doing it.
Yeah, my brother did that for a while. He did it for, I don't know, maybe once a week, twice a week for about 2-3 months.
Yeah.
And he said every time was fine, except the last time. He said, yeah, I passed out and I never did that shit again. But he did get paid like, I don't know, maybe $100.
100. It was about 100 per session. It was like 80 per session for me, I think. Or something like that.
That's the thing about like donating and stuff like that is like
You're giving it away to
you're saving a life, dude.
saving a life or giving it away to people
Yeah.
that are rich and they want to stay.
I mean, how much
Immortal.
blood do you actually need?
Well, I mean, also if you're eating like iron-rich foods and like meats and stuff, you're regenerating the blood anyways, right?
It's true.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
Well, then how to explain gout?
Gout, that is just overindulgence.
disorder.
Yeah, the King's disease.
Disease, yes. I mean,
That's a great fucking disease, in my opinion. You just eat red meat. Eat red meat and fucking bratwurst.
hurts
Everything you want.
bad, though.
Oh yeah, you get horrible pains.
Bad. It's literally just a buildup of just like, I don't know. What
Pins
it
and
is.
neither.
Yeah, in your joints.
And then you
in between your
lose
joints.
your legs too.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I'd be a part of that. I would be a part of that.
That's how we want to die. That's how we want to die.
Yeah.
Or yeah. or
I feel like I want to die kicking and screaming. Honestly, I want to fight my way out of death.
yeah.
What the fuck?
So
I don't want to just go.
So you want to get murdered, is what you're saying.
Well,
You don't wanna die
That
a
would be
peaceful
cooler.
death?
That would be cooler than I don't want to die in my sleep. There's no fucking control. I just go to sleep. That's it. Oh, I'm gone forever. That
What's
fucking
wrong with
scares. That scares me more than being conscious when I die. Like, oh, I can try and fight it.
Okay, but what about after though? You know, you
Uh-huh.
actually fall and pass into that next part of your
Oh
life.
shit! Now we're really getting into
You
something.
know? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
We'll save that for the next episode,
all right.
which will be right now. So I'm just gonna pause this one and we'll start it again right now because we're still going.
Okay.